Yes, good afternoon, YouTube. In this segment of the video, I'll show you how to size the solar panels to supply power for the charge controller that we sized in the last video. I'm not very familiar with sizing wind power systems, so I'll not go into that, but in general, watts are watts. So how much solar panel capacity would I need for my 40 amp charge controller? Well, that's easy, 40 amps worth. But solar panels are usually rated in watts, not amps. Most panels will have all sorts of volt and amp ratings on the data sheet, short circuit, open circuit, maximum power point, etc. You can mostly ignore those if you pick a good MPPT or maximum power point tracking charge controller that can handle the voltage of your panels. So a first approximation is to assume 12 volts and just divide the panel watts by 12 to get amps. So a 120 watt panel is about 10 amps. You would probably get a closer value using 14 for the voltage, as that will be the battery voltage while charging. So a 140 watt panel would net you 10 amps of charging current. And you can assume a decent MPPT charge controller works somewhat like an AC transformer and simply transforms volts times amps at the panel to your battery voltage and charging current. So that is why you can ignore the panel voltage and current specs and just deal with the watts. So back to the example, 40 amps of charging equal 40 amp charge controller equals 40 amps of panel capacity. And if we use 14 volts as the charge controller output voltage, 40 times 14 equals 560 watts of panel capacity. Now you probably won't find a 560 watt panel, so 3 200 watt or 4 150 watt or something like that would work. So now you have the basics to size the components of an off-grid solar power system. Take the AC watt hours and divide by 10 to get the DC amp hours. Then multiply your battery bank capacity factor to get the battery bank size, or C. Then divide C by 10 to get the charge controller rating. And finally, multiply the charge controller rating by 14 to get the solar panel watt rating, and you're set. In the final segment, I'll go into how you might adjust those basic component sizes to meet your specific needs. So stay tuned to this channel for that video when it's available. And in the meantime, you can check out some of my other videos. You can subscribe to the channel for updates, and as always, thanks for watching.